Thanks, Niles. Yeah, so CMMC is a bit different in from 27001 and Tisax, but there will often be areas of overlap in terms of scope. But CMMC is principally focused on the information system and the things that are defined as being within that boundary. And so that boundary is going to be derived from the information itself and what assets it resides on or have access to it. And so mapping data flows to understand what assets might be in scope is sort of a foundational activity that needs to be done in order to determine the scope of the assessment boundary for CMMC. And all the assets that will be in scope have to be defined in the SSP and addressed according to their category. So, of course, CUI assets are the primary assets on which CUI resides or transmits through. Security protection assets are assets that are have access to those CUI assets. Could be utilities and things like that provide security functions. Contractor risk managed assets are ones that the contractor has sort of said are not going to handle CUI, but they're sort of adjacent to the information system, and so they need to be addressed in a particular way. SAs or specialized assets are ones where there's some unique exceptions that may apply for like plant floor equipment, CNC machine controllers, lab equipment, stuff like that. And then, of course, out-of-scope assets, which would be outside the information system boundary. So if your organization is tackling, one or more of these frameworks, and one of them being CMMC, you're going to want to have your CMMC information system sort of well-defined, even if it sits on a broader set of information assets that are covered by ISO 27001, for example. So, your architecture may show sort of a broad footprint, and then you're going to, your larger environment, and then you're going to have perhaps a CMMC enclave within that, which is uniquely defined for purposes of CMMC assessment.
All right, then let's look at the content. So basically, ISO 27001, and similar to like a 9001, is looking at the process quality for an information management system. It's very important. It also holds like the management accountable that you build your policies in a way that you can implement them and measure it. It does not necessarily tell you how exactly to implement it. It just tells you how the process should work. So you need to have clear specifications. You need to